Welcome back for the sixth video tutorial. So for this video, in the previous video, we have shown you the ways that we can make use of hot reloadings by introducing user-defined class, okay? And the new user-defined class is obviously extended from this, and you can override the function build, and this function will get called anytime any changes has happened, okay? All right, so what is next step? So once you study about this, I think the next step is to be able to work with the basic component from Flutter widgets collection here. So now I have three different buttons in different different, I would say, different shapes. Okay, I also have the text field. I also have icon, pictures, button in different style. So we're gonna go step by step, starting from just how do we introduce this. All right, so go ahead, and this is going to go from scratch again so that you can see the whole process. Okay, so but over here you can see that it's just a column with just that contain container for this one, these three of this. We have two text field for this. We also have icon. Over here we also have material button, flat button, less button, and so on. Okay, let's go step by step, one by one, starting from the first container. So as you can see now that the container also apply the decoration of the borders. Okay, border decoration like what we did previously. And now it's also show that we can have a SizedBox with the FittedBox. And what is this about? Well, let's see in detail. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at this. Now imagine that I am going to go from scratch again one more time so that you can see many aspects again. So void means, okay, line app, material app, and then for the home, the child of this material app is going to be my new class instance. So let me name my new class as I'm going to name it as the exciting page. Okay, now for exciting page we have to introduce the, okay, let me put semicolon here and separate this so you can see comments. All right, so in order to create the exciting page, so you can go ahead and put st, okay, and then just double click. So now we can name exciting page right here. Okay, now in here we have containers. Okay, so we are going to go from container, and inside container we have a child parameter. And what is the child? We want to have a text, and in the text we need to have things like okay, if you want to follow this directly, it's going to be written as hello. Okay, so let me go ahead and put hello. And as you notice that we also have to specify the color of this. The color of the text can be specified by the use of the name parameter called style. And we need to create a new instance of the class text style. Take input parameters. The first one would be color, and I like to put color.white. Okay, and also for, don't worry about the font size, I just keep it like that. Okay, now if I reload it, I think because I make changes for the entire of the structure, I think I better use restart the application one more time. Okay, good. And just to make sure that I have hot reload working, as you can see now it's working now. Okay, good. Now I can also apply this in the center of the container. Okay, in the center of the container, then I can do this. I can wrap the text by placing alternate. First, select text, alternate enter, and then drag it using center widgets. This is nothing but just like container, but it applied that this one should be at the center of empty box widget. So if I reload it, you can see that now it's become the center. So now in terms of the widgets tree, here we have, and again, just review an empty box that represent material app. We have exciting page that is basically a widget that contain the container. Okay, that contain the container. The container is a box like a div. inside the div we have a text. Okay, what else? I can now go over the container and then introduce the before that, well, I can introduce declarations. Okay, and inside this parameter I can say box declaration here. Now I can apply color dot, okay, color dot, let's go over late one first. Okay, so over here then I can refresh it. As you can see that it's occupied the whole thing right here. Okay, now I can also have a fitted box for the text. So see what happened if I have introduce. Okay, let's look at this. You can see that I have fitted box as the parent of the center. So if I have the fitted box, okay, so select center, alternate enter, and then drag it with the widgets and type fitted box. Now let's refresh it. As you can see that with the fitted box, the text is trying itself to fit inside the whole thing here. So this is the good use of fitted box. Okay, now because we would like to introduce things in this manner, okay, so you can see that we also have to apply for a border here. So in order to put the border here, you can put the border names parameter name here. Okay, so go ahead and put border together. So inside this container here, I can introduce the border in declaration here. So I say border, and the border is come from border dot all. Okay, border dot all. Refresh it, and I think I might miss something because I have to, okay, specify the size of the box. Okay, now I'm going to put the fitted box inside the side box. Now see what happened. If I now have the fitted box here sit inside the sided box. Now with this, I can specify the width and the height of this. So I can specify things like 100, height for 50. See what happens. Okay, I think it's already applied, but the reason that you never see is because it's occupied the whole thing with the container things. Okay, so I think I'm going to now take this as the things that we are going to copy it. So as you can see now that I'm going to copy this whole thing for container, and then I'm going to have a collection widget which is column. So let's put column, and I have a students parameters. This parameter I can put many widgets as I like. So now let's put one here. Let's put okay. Alright, so this is a widget. I just want to double check. Okay, and I can think it's miss up my bracket things because it's introduced. Okay, let me put semicolon right here. Then I can put this. Okay, so this is correct, and then I can reformat my DOS. Okay, cool. So I have the container back in. I can copy this, and I can now add two more. Okay, and do the separation with the comma as well. Then I restart it. As you can see now that we have three different container right here. Okay. Okay, so what else? So if you look at this one more time in the slides, you can see that in the container is also apply margin and padding. So let's do the same thing. So we know that in the container part, container the container here, I can specify margins for, you know, because we are going to apply this for the same thing over and over again. So I better remove this. And then I just apply first with container for margins. The margin is going to be about 20, so go ahead and put as insect constant class dot a function on constructor for 20, and you can just copy this downward here by placing command D or D, Control D, and change the word margin to be paddings. Alright, now you can just copy this container to different times. So let's copy this. Okay, so then put it down here. Alright, and then restart it. Then we should see that now we have things that look like this. Okay, cool. Now things start to be okay right now. Only problem is that we're gonna need to also fit this into a scaffold, because otherwise you see that color coming up all the time, the yellow one. So we are going to wrap this. So let me copy this column. So it's going to be a child of the body of scaffold. So let's put scaffold, and the scaffold has, see, it's the object creation. So that's why when you say return, you need to have semicolon at the end. So we have two sections, app bar. So app bar is a standard one. So let's go ahead and put app bar, the title, which is the text property of, let's say, app number 1. Now, in addition to the app bar sections, then I have to put body, and just the body, then I just copy and paste whatever I have previously right here. Okay, so what the other say? They say that change to, nope, scaffold, and oh, sorry, I forget to put another crossing bracket here. So now this should work. So that's why it is a good idea to always do the separations, okay, like this. Now I can just reformat the dash one more time. Okay, so this should look okay right now. And when I reload it, then they say that I have some error right here, because this one is not supposed to be. Okay, so this is the end of this. We should not have semicolon. Yep. Alright, so you can see that now that look good now. Okay, so everyone have border. Everyone have border. So the first container here, when you apply the border, you apply it in the box directions. Okay, box directions is basically an object take input parameter names borders, and you can just create the new objects for border all. Okay, so and the size of container is contained by the SizedBox. So if you do not understand fully about what is the use of SizedBox, that's okay. Okay, we are going to cover this in detail later on, but for now I just want to show you that this is how we work on it. And the hello now is trying to fit its size through the FittedBox, so that you never have to worry about the font size specification here. As you can see, I did not indicate any font size at all. It's trying to fit itself at best. Good. For the next video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to apply the boarding radius, okay, in the different size. I'll see you. Thank you.